Sakridoma, Talaquinta. We are back with another episode here on Tulesi. And today I have with me Danny. Yeah, Charlie, how are you?
You are doing what was?
Everything cool?
Everything good, Charlie.
You so. I'm laughing because I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy to see Juliet. Juliet, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, Charlie, they talk loud. Talk like I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Madrid lose, you are fine.
Yes, I'm very fine.
Hey.
Zane.
Juliet, you are back with another episode here on Tulesi, and you are welcome. Today, I come to do the review of the matches, of the Champions League matches, yes. And the first match to talk about is Real Madrid. They lost to City at home, 2-1. In my opinion, I think they played well, especially with Rodrigo having to score after a long streak of matches not scoring. About 30 something, right?
30. I think 31.
31, yeah. Where he scored. So I make happy give him. But as I make happy against he, they lose.
Eventually.
Juliet, how did you see the Man City versus Real Madrid match?
Okay. For me, it was okay. I actually saw, the spirit of Madrid, like the fighting spirits in the boys. Despite the fact that we lost.
You saw the spirit and you still lost.
Oh, Chirim.
Okay. Chirim. Explain. Oh, explain.
Well, we lost the game though, but it was not a terrible performance from the boys. Looking at Carreras, looking at Rodrigo, just as you said, yeah. I was very happy for him after 31 games and, sometimes not even starting a game or not even getting time to play. But when he played for us against Man City, he showed up and then he showed up well. So I was very happy for him. But aside that, Vinicius was just vexing me at some point because he will be complaining that he's been on the bench and all of that. But when you give him the opportunity to, he will just be wasting chances. Like one pass Rodrigo gave to him like that. Basa Bellingham too, the same thing. But even though all the same, if he didn't dare, I didn't dare. So yesterday there was not for us to win. So Rudiger sold us, Courtois sold us, but the fun is he saved us, so we will take it like 60-40. He saved us 60%, then he sold us 40 because the first goal already scored. He could have, a typical Courtois would have, saved it, but
Just say you didn't buy Courtois from Temu.
Yesterday was Temu Courtois.
It wasn't original. Charlie, Danny.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. How you see the game yesterday, City and Real Madrid?
Okay, I was actually impressed on the tactical side because if you see the approach way Alonso take now, I was really impressed because he knew City was going to develop play very slow. So they will build up from the back with intricate short passes. But looking at how then he pin the players, they deploy the man-oriented pressing. So man-oriented marking. So then you see then they close the possible holes and the possible players where City players will pass to. So with that, they had Vinicius up front. So anytime they will win the ball back, then they counter. So I was really impressed. They also matched up City when it came to developing play as they take other will come. All the same, it was rather unfortunate they lost to bad goals, but I think they had a very good plan.
Yesterday, one player that stood out for me was Ryan Cheki. Charlie, the guy
the ball.
Like he get the ball. I they shout to say off. Dribble out. Then go do Charlie,
he didn't hear your voice.
Where it's like be ambidextrous.
Yeah,
so
very ambidextrous.
Left and right or you will take. And the old man there, he takes you. I feel they play the video. I say, hey, the man takes you. When then he be the last defender now. If Bellingham we force can take the ball. Bellingham then try one.
You really try.
From the Madrid side, the players who then be impressed about their play was Bellingham, Rodrigo, and Carreras. Carreras is a very, very good player.
A
Like very,
good
very
player,
good,
yeah.
very composed. Like if you do on the ball, you just say, yeah, you know what to do. The ball. I'm hoping that he gets a call out for the World Cup because Cucurella, Baldi, Carreras, these three people. Who knows? Cucurella, they are sure say he book a place already, but then the two between Baldi and Carreras, I don't know.
But I think we can't also conclude because Grimaldo too they do some.
Exactly.
You see,
I forget it.
when
Ronaldo
looking they'll look at one the experience side where you know say
Yeah.
Grimaldo has actually been a part of the team for some
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Where you dey check up, we dey check the tactical aspect as well. He's very attacking minded, just like Baldi. But you see Cucurella, you go fit use them in situations where you have to mark certain players. But you have someone to close down spaces. But Carreras is very complete, so make me see. It dey depend on what the manager they need.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
They say no. If like they win, like by this time, then play 8 matches, then win 2 pay.
Say they want Temuzi that.
You they go and take this one, take Champions League, then league. We dey wait to Barcelona. You vex so.
Another
You vex
trophy.
and you vex for your pocket
You
inside.
vex 4 points lead.
Okay.
Another trophy season for Madrid.
Charlie, let's move on to the next match. Atalanta Chelsea. Hey, now Chelsea, after winning against Barcelona, you've played 4 matches. You have only 2 points out of the 4 matches. Hey, 2 points out of 12 points. Like that's very, very bad.
So a number of Chelsea fans are complaining about the unnecessary rotations. That's what they call it. They say the rotations be unnecessary. They try. Your manager try to pair players who on any day no go pair with each other,
Like
especially in
which
defense. With Adara BU, then even the midfield self. I think he's requiring so much from them. And I think first of all, you can't build up. They are very intelligent when it comes to that. The way that they build up play, it will be very nice. But it allows most teams to also sit back. But Atlanta, there's one incredible stat about them. The Champions League inside them play.
Yeah.
Every team, correct me if I'm wrong, but every team where them play against, no, they come back against them.
Yeah.
Everything we
Where did they play them, no? Like then they come back against them. The team
like
they score first.
possession wise.
No, the goals.
Score
The
them
team
at
they
home.
score first.
They will
Then
do
they
a
come back.
comeback.
Yes.
Come back.
Yes. So it's in this championship, yes. So
Wow.
it's been
That's
very, very impressive. So you can actually you have people talking about the tactical aspect, say maybe Chelsea no force. But secondly, when you're looking at this history back in them, then it means Atlanta would likely have won this game against Chelsea, regardless of how tactical your man was. And they gave this player, they give him more freedom. So I think he had to handle most of their midfielders. It was unlucky for Chelsea, honestly.
Charlie, me I'm happy. If you're unlucky for them, but yeah, I'm happy.
Now
Chelsea Madrid, dear Charlie.
you score Barca 3, you figure
You rich.
Oh, rest. They be rich.
You score Barca 3. Next games, you know for the win.
like
They
4
sold
games
their
in a row.
benefit. They sold it.
You play draw
Newcastle they were
against
Leeds.
Leeds.
Score
They score you
3-1.
3-1. You go play Atlanta, then score you.
Bournemouth if you no score 1 goal.
0-0.
0-0.
It's very, very bad
Very
report
bad.
from Chelsea. But Juliet, what do you have to say about the Atlanta Chelsea game?
Well, I think Chelsea. Chelsea. There's not much to say because Chelsea, no. I already didn't have the vein because looking at Atlanta, they had scored like in 4 games out of 5 they had played or something. And then Chelsea, after Barcelona, just as you said, very bad. So Enzo Maresca too is doing too known, just changing players left, right, center. Why was Estaval on the bench?
Oh, okay.
Why was he on the bench?
Maybe he was resting him.
Resting him for what? You are coming to play Atlanta. It's not like any other team. This is the Champions League match, so you shouldn't be doing certain things. So, I feel like Enzo Maresca was the cause of what happened to Chelsea.
So I hope they come back the next time. Because the way you do there, like if they cast the count. Next fixture we play Everton.
From
We
second
dey.
to fifth.
Right. Let's talk about Liverpool. Charlie, we will talk about Salah before the Liverpool game. What do you guys think about the Salah feud with Ancelotti? A lot has been said. I mean, personally, I shared my opinion earlier, but what do you guys have to say on that? Juliet, I'll go with you first.
Okay. For the Egyptian, I think it's one of those things in football, yeah, where players sometimes feel emotional. You are complaining that Salah is the problem, but you benched him in some games, you didn't win.
Yeah.
So how then do you want to pin it on him that he's the problem? Looking at his records at Liverpool, he's been your best player, your best goal scorer. In fact, like all his seasons at the club, he has been the best.
Yes.
So why do you then say that? Obviously, players are not going to be 100% all the time. So if this season he's not turning up as you expect, you shouldn't just like pin it on him and use him as a scapegoat. So I feel like his outburst is valid though, but maybe he should have just toned down a little bit in some of his comments. But it's one of those things. So yeah.
Everyone has a way of expressing their emotions. Charlie, Danny.
So I get very emotional when I'm talking about Salah in this situation because honestly, for me as a football fan, he's one of my favorite players ever. And you look at how he's actually influenced the role of a winger. It actually makes a lot of sense with the ranting he's ranting. But I think he went too far. Probably he should have channeled it in the best way possible instead of actually going to the media. It'd be like when say he's a leader, so let me attribute him to a firstborn in a family. Then your firstborn having an issue with your parents, in order not to sabotage the relationship that the other kids have with their parents, you shouldn't cause a scene. So causing a scene when there's a turmoil, people will assume that okay, then you causing a scene by telling other people that this is what is happening in the family, then it means that you are going to sabotage the kind of trust that the kids are going to develop. And it's going to hurt because you have vets and Isaac who are now building up the trust that they need. So it's going to hurt them. And I think people have been complaining about Salah not being vocal. He's very, very calculated. For someone with an in chess of 200 something, he's a very calculated guy. So I think he should have read this move very well and known the right time to speak. And he also knows what he's doing because he says this in just a few days to AFCON.
Yeah.
So it means there's a particular reason why he did that.
Yeah.
I hope they are able to solve their issues. I saw Sidorf trying to kind of advise Manu Slot. I hope they settle their issues. They are big men, so I believe they can do that. But yeah, they won against Inter with a penalty without Mohamed Salah. I'm sure Anuspersman is smiling by now. So yeah, that match, I think Liverpool did so well, especially in the midfield and the attack. I think they played about 12 shots or something, and I think 5 were on target. Unlike Madrid playing about 12 shots, and then they had only 1 on target, which was the Rodrigo goal. Yeah. So I think Liverpool did so well. What do you think? What do you think? Why are you laughing?
Must Madrid feature in everything?
Oh, I was just comparing
what?
Some 1 or 2 things.
1 or 2. Compared to Barcelona, please.
Okay, fine. Let's come back to Inter Real Madrid. Inter Liverpool. Inter Liverpool. Yeah.
Inter Liverpool. I honestly didn't expect them to win the game.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool has not been Liverpool.
Yeah.
But all the same, just as you said, they were good in the midfield. Szoboszlai and his people in the midfield there.
Yeah.
And they winning without Mo Salah to made me feel bad because looking at the situation surrounding it and then they scoring a penalty to win the game,
which is literally issue.
You see, so but all the same they did well. So if they won, they deserve to win. So yeah.
Okay, Charlie, that.
So I think they. I'm still tipping Inter as one of the 4 teams. I think is going to win the competition, but I think it's very sad looking at what is happening.
To win the UCL this year.
Yeah, one of the 4 teams.
Okay.
So I'm still looking at the fact that there are issues surrounding Salah and the team as a whole, and Arne Slot as well, and it makes it very emotional. But all the same, I think he was able to find the right balance, playing a 4 midfield, bringing vets on, and I think playing 2 strikers. It's so surprising how you'd be able to beat a team who plays a 3-5, a traditional 3-5-2 with a 4-4-2 without playing a high line or something. It's surprising, but I think he figured out that and still got a penalty and still won the game. So I think it's positive for them as a team.
Okay, so let's move on to Tottenham. Tottenham's win against Slavia Prague.
Yeah.
Thomas Frank and his boys had a 3-goal throw over them, which was very good. Charlie, as you see, my boy score, Mohamed Kudus, and get penalty. The man go put for net.
I hear somebody shout it. Somebody, I think I stole more.
Charlie.
Oh, I really hear the shout too.
Samuel.
The man go down the chair talk. Charlie, the man will be happy.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm happy with them because Spurs have not been the Spurs we saw in the starting of the season. I mean, Thomas Frank, but you could see that when they are playing, you could see that they are trying to, do something, but then it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. So like they are really trying. So yeah. What do you have to say about the Spurs Slavia Prague?
Well, I was very happy that Kudus, scored a goal. Both goals were penalties, and then the own goal making it 3.
Yeah.
So, well, for me, I was very happy for the Ghanaian to score a goal.
Okay, Charlie, Danny.
So I think aside from the fact that it is a positive result for Tottenham, looking at how abysmal they have been in a few games, you should consider the fact that no Czech team has actually beaten an English team in the Champions League. Also, I think. So I think
they get record too.
So I think
So
I think this is actually premeditated when you're looking at an English team who is a top 6 team. And also I want to touch on Kudus. It is very impressive to see him take such responsibilities. It's a better build up to the World Cup, and he's going to be a leader. So big up Kudus.
Charlie, be so. Julius, we do the curtains here. Thank you so much for watching. Keep subscribing. I didn't remind you guys to subscribe earlier, but please keep subscribing. Keep your post notifications on. And Charlie,
and make sure to support Barca.
Support Real Madrid.
Please make sure to keep your comments coming. Yeah, thank you. See you in the next episode.